Good morning, students. Welcome, students, to the sixth chapter of Civics of Standard 8th. The name of the chapter is Bureaucracy. Now, children, already we have studied about you have studied about the Union Executive, in that how the Prime Minister and his Council of Ministers they are working. So, in this chapter, we are going to study about the bureaucracy, that is about the civil servants, means how they put into practice the policies that are implemented by the and that the policies that are prepared by the government, how they implement it. Now in the above box, if you posts like district collector, municipal commissioner, finance secretary and divisional commissioner are mentioned. These are civil servants in the government administrative system. You might be thinking what are their functions. Now here see, district collector, municipal commissioner, finance secretary, divisional commissioners, these names are mentioned. So all these are who? They are the civil servants. So they are working under the government's administrative systems. Now what work is done by them, how they are functioning. So in this chapter we have studied about the union executive. So in that we have learned about the prime minister and his council of ministers. So this they are making the new laws for the people, and also they decide the new policies, means what type of policies should be made for the welfare of the people. So all that is decided by the prime minister and his council of ministers. Now, bureaucracy is the administrative system which works under the union executive and has the responsibility of actual implementation of government policies. So, bureaucracy. So, it is called, it is an administrative system, working body hai, and this body it is working under the union executive, and their responsibility is of implementation of the government policies, means whichever government policies are prepared, so they implement it for the people. In this chapter we will understand the importance of bureaucracy. Now in any country the government carries out two fundamental types of functions. So first क्या है? To defend the country from the external aggression and internal threats. That is to protect the country from external aggression, from external attack and internal threats within the country, also to maintain peace, law and order को maintain करना, threats, rewards वगैरह से control करना. Next is to provide various services to citizens and ease their daily lives, which will enable them to develop themselves and the society. Another thing, what is the other function? That is to make available services to the citizens and that make their easy daily life very easy and enable them to develop themselves, means the development of the people and the development of the society. The first function is to ensure security of the country. So पहला function क्या है? To ensure, that is to protect the country. This is carried out by the service called the armed forces. So who is protecting the country? Security का duty किसका है? Armed forces. The role of internal security is carried out as aid to civil authority. और internal security मतलब ये क्या है? That is to it is carried out as an aid, help to civil authority, to help the civil people. For the second function, administrative system is developed. We call it civil services. The system of civil servants is also known as bureaucracy. और जो second function है, so that is the administrative system, जो that has been developed. और उसमें जो काम करते हैं उनको क्या बोलते हैं? That is we call it civil services. So the system of civil servants, that is called as bureaucracy. Now in parliamentary democracy, representatives are elected by the people and the ministers have the responsibility of administration. Now in our country we are having parliamentary democracy. So here the representatives जो भी होते हैं, they are elected by the people. So the administration work is carried out by the ministers. The functions of the government are discharged by various departments. So here whatever the work is done by the government, so for working that here various departments has been created. So through that they are functioning. Every department has a minister who is the political head of that department. So each and यहाँ पे department अलग अलग department बनाया जाता है, and the minister who is the political head of that department. जैसे कि सी railway minister is there, education minister is there. So this means अलग अलग sections के लिए different ministers we are having. So as a representative of the people, the minister has to carry out the work of the department by giving priority to public welfare. So as these ministers, they are elected, they are the representative of the people, no? So they have to work through this department for whom by giving importance, priority to the public welfare. The ministry may not be expert in particular subject, but he or she is conscious of broad public interest. मीन्स ज़रूरी नहीं कि उन लोग एक्सपर्ट होंगे, बट दे आर कॉन्शियस मीन्स दैट इज वट एवर वर्क दे आर गोइंग टू डू, दे आर इट शुड बी फॉर द पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट, फॉर द गुड ऑफ द पीपल. The secretary of the department gives expert advice to the minister. So each and every the department there is a secretary. So secretary, it gives advice to the ministers. The secretaries are appointed from the civil services. So कहाँ से appoint होते हैं? From the civil services these secretaries are appointed. The aspirations of the people and administrative expertise are thus put in harmony in the parliamentary systems. Next we are going to study about the characteristics of bureaucracy. So first है permanent mechanism. Now tax collection, environmental protection, maintenance of law and order, provisions regarding the social security are certain important tasks that have to be consistently undertaken by the bureaucracy. Means these are some of the work that has to be done by whom? By the bureaucracy. This is possible because bureaucracy is a permanent mechanism. Bureaucracy क्या है? Permanent mechanism है. The Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers changes after every election, but the bureaucracy under their control remains constant. It is permanent in nature. So after 5 years के बाद जैसे कि Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers they are going to change, but this bureaucracy, that is the civil servants जो होते हैं, they are not going to change. They are going to remain constant only. So because of that it is called as a permanent in nature, permanent mechanism. Next है political neutrality. The bureaucracy is a politically neutral, means political interference is not there. Totally they are the bureaucracy क्या है? Totally neutral है. This means that the regardless of the political party in power, the bureaucracy is supposed to carry out the implementation of their policy decisions with the same efficiency and commitment. मतलब यहाँ पे this bureaucracy they have to do, means they are whatever the policies are there, they are implementing the policies with efficiency and commitment regardless, मतलब without the pressure of any political power. So in this regard the civil servant should abstain. Abstain का meaning होता है to choose not to do from taking a political stand or act according to their political views. तो इसमें क्या होता है? सिविल सर्वेंट्स है ना, दे शुड नॉट चूज, मतलब कोई एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के थ्रू स्टैंड नहीं लेना चाहिए, और दे शुड नॉट डू एनी वर्क अकॉर्डिंग टू द पॉलिटिकल व्यूज. सो इफ ए पॉलिटिकल पार्टी फेल्स टू विन इलेक्शंस, it has to leave the government, and another party that wins elections comes to power. So the new government may change some policies of the earlier governments. Even in such cases, the bureaucracy is expected to remain neutral while discharging its duties. So what happens now? See, political parties fails, मतलब इलेक्शंस होते हैं, so जो गवर्नमेंट पावर में होगी, प्रेजेंट में जो पावर में है, so sometimes what happens in afterwards when the elections are held, that government may not come into power, so they have to leave the government and another party they may come into power. So in such situations जो new government है after coming into power, no, they may change the policies of the earlier government. So in such cases भी bureaucracy को क्या है? They have to perform, they has to be neutral while discharging the duties. उनको अपना काम neutral होके करना पड़ता है. Next is anonymity. Anonymity means that a civil service should not be held directly responsible for any success or failure of policy. See children, government know it is implementing various types of plans and policies for the people. So at that time anonymity का meaning क्या होता है? Means if a policy is not successful, कोई policy government implement कर रही है and if it is not successful, it is failed, so the civil service know who is going to implement that person should not be held responsible for that. If it is the minister who is responsible for the efficient and smooth functioning of the connected department. So इसके लिए कौन responsible होता है? Ministers. Their duties means they are responsible for this efficient and smooth functioning of the concerned departments. So it is the minister who has the head of the department is accountable for any inefficiency. So who will be responsible for that? If any inefficiency is there, the work is not done properly, so the ministers they are accountable. Accountable means they are answerable. Civil servants are never publicly criticized. The parliament holds the ministers responsible for the malpractices. So here civil servants, no, they are never publicly criticized. The parliament holds the ministers responsible for the malpractice, whichever the evil practices are going on. So for that, the ministers will be responsible. So in such case, the minister bears the responsibility and protects the bureaucracy. So in such situations are going to arise, so ministers they have to bear the responsibility, and in such conditions they protect the bureaucracies. Next is the significance of the Indian bureaucracy. That is, what is the importance of the Indian bureaucracy. Now, the structure of the Indian bureaucracy is extensive and complex. Several important reforms were introduced during the post-independence period, have been effectively implemented by the bureaucratic structure. So, after we got the independence, so after post-independence period, yeah, various type of implementations were brought, reforms were made in the bureaucratic structure. Today we see many positive social changes reaching to a common people. Various types of social change we can see in the society, and that changes they are reaching the common people also. These changes have been brought by the Indian bureaucracy by implementing the policies made by the government. So the social changes that we can see in the society, that is because of the various types of plans plans implement or in policies that is implemented by the government, and that has been done by whom? By the Indian bureaucracy. So bureaucracy gives stability to the political system also. Water supply, public cleanliness, transport, electricity, public cleanliness, health, agricultural reforms, prevention of pollutions, and such other services are everyday needs of the people and need to be constantly provided to them. So these are the different topic. मीन्स यहाँ पे जो भी नेम्स दिए हैं, जैसे कि वाटर सप्लाई हो गया है, रिलेटेड विद द हेल्थ, क्लीननेस, ट्रांसपोर्ट, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, पब्लिक क्लीननेस, एग्रीकल्चरल रिफॉर्म्स, prevention of pollutions. So all these services, so these are the daily needs of the people. So and this has to be provided to them. So this brings stability to the day to day life of the people. So secondly, it is important to understand that bureaucracy is an important instrument of social transformations. That is social transformation, social changes. The laws enacted by the government for empowerment of women, child security, plans for the that is the marginalized sections are implemented by the bureaucracy. Social change is brought through the implementation of such policies. So जो laws बने हैं, the laws that are enacted made by the government for whom? For the improvement of the conditions of the women, child security को लेके, along with that for the marginalized sections, जो मतलब that people, those were earlier they were not having the rights, they were sidelined, जो उनको एक साइड में रखा गया था. So now they are for them also various steps have been plans have been made by the government. Social changes is brought through the implementation of such policies. So social change, it is the जो हो रहा society में, that is because of whom? Because of the implementation of the various types of policies that is of the government. The bureaucracy also plays an important role in the democratization of the society. Marginalized sections of the society have been brought into mainstream by implementing the reservation policy. See, we all know where reservation has been given to whom? Scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBC, सबको reservations दिया गया है. So they have been brought into the mainstream. Their participation has been increased in the process of decision making process. In that also their numbers has been increased. Democratization of the society not only requires progressive laws and policies, it also needs the effective participation of the bureaucracy. So democratization of the society, so it is not including only the laws and policies that are prepared by the government, but it is also needing what? The effective participation of the bureaucracies. Now we will be studying about the types of the civil services. Now in India there are three main types of civil services. First है All India Services. Now All India Services, they include the Indian Administrative Service, that is IS, Indian Police Service IPS, and the Indian Forest Service, that is IFS. Next is the Union or Central Services. Now they come under the Union government and they include जैसे कि Indian Foreign Service IFS, Indian Revenue Service, that is IRS. Next is the State Civil Services. Now they come under the state government and it is including Deputy District Collector, Block Development Officer, Tehsildar, that is the Executive Magistrate he is called. They are recruited through the competitive examinations held at the state level. So how they are getting the post? By the competitive examinations that are held at the state level. Now Indian Constitution has established autonomous institutions like the Public Service Commissions to ensure that civil servants are selected on the basis of the criteria of merit and efficiency. So through our constitutions, कुछ इंस्टीट्यूशंस बनाए गए हैं, दैट इज़ द पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशंस. सो दैट जो ये ऑफिसर्स है ना, सिविल सर्वेंट्स के जो ऑफिसर्स है, दे मे बी सेलेक्टेड ऑन व्हाट बेसिस, ऑन द क्राइटेरिया दैट इज़ द कंडीशंस ऑफ, on the merit basis and on the basis of their capability and efficiency. The Union Public Service Commission, that is UPSC, conducts examination for recruitment and appointment of candidates for all India services and central services. So all India services और central services के लिए examinations who is conducting the UPSC. And same way the Maharashtra Public Service Commission, that is the MPSC, selects candidates through competitive examinations. And afterwards what they are doing, they are recommending them to the government for the post in the state administrations. Now, in order to provide opportunities to all sections of the society to enter in the bureaucracy and civil services, there is a provision for reservations for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, women, other backward class, and specially abled people. So here, these opportunities means in the bureaucracy, all the sections of the society, means people should be get a chance. They should get a chance for the civil services. So for that purpose, no, in our country what we are having, there is a reservation category for the scheduled caste people, scheduled tribes people, for the OBCs, for the women's, and especially for the disabled people also. Now this provision ensures that weaker sections of the society are not left out of civil services due to social inequality. So as we all know, in our country what we are having, social equality is there. So for that purpose, means ये जो law बना है, so it is ensuring that weaker sections जो society के हैं, they are not excluded out of the civil services due to social inequality, but they are also given the equal opportunities in the civil services. Next is ministries and secretaries. The efficiency of the particular government department depends upon the interrelationship between the minister and the department. So how this government functions, so it is depending upon what type of relation is there between the ministers and the departments, how they are working. So that is the decisions relating to the department are made by the concerned minister, but necessary information to make such decisions is given by the civil servants. So यहाँ पे means whatever the decisions is has to be taken related with the departments, so that is taken by whom? By the concerned minister, the person who will be the head of that. But afterwards necessary information to make such decisions, so that is done by whom? By the civil servants only. Civil servants meaning bureaucracy has complete control over the information, so they are having the complete information. It is the civil servant who knows the financial provisions for a particular scheme or plan. So civil servants जो रहते हैं, so actually they are having the complete informations about any scheme or plan or how much financial money will be needed, provisions कितने लगेंगे, that they all know. So civil servants are aware of the history of the success and failure of the policies, and these people know, they are also aware of what the policies that are prepared by the government, to how much extent it is going to be success or it will be failure, because of what reason. So that reason civil servants are aware of that. Hence ministers are dependent upon the civil servants. So because of that, the ministers know, they are depending upon whom? They are depending upon the civil servants. If ministers maintain a dialogue with civil servants and develop mutual trust and transparency, it will help the departments. So because of that, means the ministers, those who are there, so if they are having a dialogue, that is the, if conversation is there, negotiation is there between the civil servants and the ministers, so because of that, the mutual trust जो है दोनों के बीच में, that is going to increase and transparency will be there. So because of that, the work of that department, it will be good and successful. So children, in this we have studied about the bureaucracy, how they are functioning. So hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you.